white hot with a everybody? It's your boy, Coach Booker in the building, man. Hey, listen, I didn't come alone. Y'all know I ain't come alone. It's your boy, Coach Wash.
What to do?
In the building, man. Hey, look, I got a little music playing in the background. Y'all let me know.
I see that. I see you don't add that.
What's up, babe?
Nothing much. We need to get.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We need to get that invitation to Coach Leakins.
Oh, we need to send something out to one of the coaches. Okay, hold up.
Yep, he waiting to get on.
Okay, give me Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Check, check. Hey, man. Hey, man. We back again. Once again, another week. Another banger. We would like to thank everybody, man. Thanks, everybody, man, for continuing to like, subscribe, and follow our On the Line sports media, our On the Line podcast, our On the Line YouTube channel. Hey, listen, we're gonna hype that little YouTube up here pretty soon. So, y'all just go ahead and subscribe now. Subscribe now. I'm gonna tell you how much it costs you to subscribe to YouTube. Let me see. We're gonna give people a discount real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna give everybody right now. You just go ahead and just subscribe. I'm gonna give you a discount. Just go to YouTube right now. I'm gonna give you a discount. Everybody. Here we go. It's free. It's free, man. Just go. It don't cost you nothing, man. Just a couple clicks. Man. Just go to YouTube real quick and just click freaking subscribe, man. We're gonna hype that YouTube up, man, real soon, man. Real soon. Man, you know what I want to talk about, man? Real quick, just to start out, man. Listen, man. Listen. Youth football is popping in the Carolinas. It's popping. Coach Watts, youth football is popping in the Carolinas.
Youth football, hey, I was coming home, I seen Coolwood Steelers. Coolwood Steelers out there still going. I love to see when teams out there mid-November going, because I know them teams in the regionals.
Yeah, man. They got. We got to remember, man. They have AYF just had their city championships. Congratulations to all the teams who will be advancing to the state championship games. Congratulations. Round of applause. Hey, listen. Hey, man, it's going down, man. I love this part of the year, man. It's absolutely incredible, man. Part of the year. If you love football, if you really love the sport and you have a passion to coach and a passion to see these kids, man, continue to advance, continue to see the work that you've done all season, man, they crowned some champions. They crowned some champions this weekend. The AYF did, D1, D2, and man, it was awesome. I got a team in it, man. I got to give a shout out to my boys. My boy, hold up. The NC Ducks. I'm repping them right now. Hold up. We on the way, baby. Hey, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Once again, Coach Booker is invading your city with a 10U team, NC Ducks, and we come to get what's ours. Hey, listen, man. Hey, twin. I done took at least 9 out of 10 trophies every time I go to Winston, them states. Huh? And I got, hey, if anybody want verification, I got it. When I go to Winston, I come back with them.
Coming back with some hardware.
Yes, sir. I come back with some hardware every
Okay.
time I go. I ain't saying it's gonna happen this time, but I'm saying, if I was a betting man,
You coming back with something.
if I was a betting man, I'll be coming back with some rings and things. And they always, Winston-Salem always put on a great show. One of the best cities, I'm going to have to say, that put on a great youth football tournament, youth football regionals, state championships. Winston-Salem, man. Y'all do y'all thing, man. The food is great. The hospitality is good. The referees are trash.
They are. Hey,
Referees
I don't
trash,
like playing.
man.
I don't like playing in Winston, man. The last 2 years that my boy played in it, they got knocked out in the state championship. It was at the same damn high school against the same team.
They either have you over there, they have you over there in West Forsyth, or they have you over there at Carver. And
oh man, I hated it, man. It's the same
school. Pull up in West Forsyth.
We lost to the same team.
Winston-Salem. You better bring your A game.
You got to bring your A game.
You got to bring your A+ game, because the referee's gonna take the plus off of it, and then you just gonna have your A game, and then they gonna drop your shit down to a B. Them referees don't be playing in Winston, boy. They don't like Charlotte.
Yep. We lost to the Dark Horse 10U and 11U.
Oh yeah, Dark Horses be balling. Hey, listen, man, you gotta. Winston-Salem though, man, the atmosphere is so great, man. I'm gonna have to say, man, the atmosphere to me is way better than Charlotte's when it comes to youth football. So we on the way, man. And I want to say this to all the athletes and all the teams that's going to Winston-Salem from Charlotte, that has a Charlotte team. This is the time where all the athletes come together, man. All the you know what I mean? All the coaches, all the leaders of these different organizations. This is a time when you come together and you cheer for one another. You pull for one another. Hey, nothing. We going into hostile territory. So
it's Charlotte against everyone. It's Charlotte against everyone. Yeah,
it's Charlotte, and it's a great atmosphere. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before, it's a great atmosphere in Winston. But we've gotta pull together, man, just to keep the excitement going. If you could stick around and support, some of the teams that's playing. If you don't have anything going on Saturday, hey, get up there early. Got games going on, a couple different places, and just hang around, man, and support your city, teams from your city, man. I think that makes football great, especially when you go into hostile territory. Especially when you go into hostile. So what's up with you, man? You said we need to.
Yeah, I emailed Greg and sent you a text. Coach Meekins, he's ready to get on Ransom head coach.
Meekins, okay. Let me see. Yeah,
he's just waiting on the invite.
Yeah, y'all give us a few minutes, man. We're gonna get a couple coaches that's still in it. A couple coaches that's still in the tournament, and then and we're gonna also bring on Vince, the head of BTO, who is the major sponsor for this event. So give me 1 second while I invite these guys in. 1 second. Other than that, what's up, man? What's going on? We're gonna get started here in a second.
I'm just ready to see what Saturday's about, man. What time is the first game? 10?
Yeah, first game starts at 10.
Who is that?
First game starts at 10.
Is that McClintock and Ransom?
Yep, they have the first game.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I got to put these guys' email addresses in.
Yeah, man. I'm just ready for this second round. And this is just a nice, lovely Final Four. Can't wait to see which team is going to move on and advance to the championship next week. So I can't wait to talk about it. But I can say this past weekend was great. I know we're going to get into that. But this last weekend, we seen some great football and seen some great football players, man. It's some nice kid. I knew Charlotte is a big city. We got some nice talent, but to see them all in middle school like that together, that size, athleticism, I was proud. I was proud. I seen some good football players, man. Some future player 22s, as they like to say. Them player 22s, the big 22.
Big 22.
I think we saw some, and then some we didn't get to see because they teams didn't make it. But the future high school football is looking good in Charlotte. We got some playmakers.
So we got Coach Alexander waiting.
Let's get these guys on.
Hey, Coach, we're gonna get you on here in a second.
So what's going on in Tulsa? How we looking?
This is what we looking like in Tulsa.
We going bowl game.
I don't know, man. You know, my boy. There he is. There he is. My boy Booker. Nah, man, they having a rough go right now. You know, they're trying to. They got to win these last 4 games, and they got to win these last 4 games to make a bowl game. So
okay.
He's a little banged up, so I'm not even sure if he's gonna get on the field. But you know, he's had an awesome season so far. I mean, I'm proud of him. I think, you know, of course, my expectations are up. I expect more out of him, but he, you know, number 2 in the conference, he's balling. Yeah. So but he's a little banged up. They in Florida this weekend. I'm not sure if he's gonna be on the field, but yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
He don't got in that portal and went big time, and he big time along with the other Charlotte kids. I haven't seen I saw your son play. I don't think I saw Concepcion play. I don't think I've seen Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood's leading the ACC in rushing.
Okay, I know I don't seen a couple of these Charlotte kids. They on different teams, man.
Yeah.
I don't got to see Bubba getting there and get a little run up there at Central.
Yeah.
I know we got so many kids playing across the country, but we are representing the city well. I can tell you that.
We certainly are. So listen, man, we're gonna get started here, man. I'm gonna add. I got my man Vince waiting backstage. I'm gonna add Vince to the stage.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's going on, Vince, man? Welcome to the show, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
excited to be here.
Yeah, you looking mighty clear. It look nice and clear over there, man. You got a kind of camera you got over there, boy. That thing clear.
I know. It's a Mac, man. I only use Macintoshes, you know, the Apple.
That thing icy over
there. But you might be showing too much, man. Let me go back and turn it down.
Crispy over there.
Might be showing too much. All this junk in here. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What up?
We got all the guys, man. So listen, man, great weekend. It was a great weekend of football, but more than anything, man, it's just been a great season. You know, it's been a great season, man. You can't ask for much, man. I mean, right now, man, this thing, I think it's more exciting this year than it was last year for whatever reason. There's no, at the end of the day, there's no teams in the Final Four that was in it last year.
Wow, I didn't even realize that.
In other words, it's going to be a new champion.
Yep, a new champion will be crowned.
Yeah. Do you see a difference? I know, you know, with BTO Sports, who's hosting the whole thing alongside CMS. Do you see the difference of what is it that you guys do to try to make the tournament better from year to year? I'm sure that's always the goal. This is year 3. What are some things that you guys definitely have behind the scenes talked about to make the show better, to make the tournament better, and And what do you see different this year than maybe last year?
Well, yeah, definitely. Partnering with you guys has a big impact. I mean, I don't have the bandwidth to talk about it every week and to publicize it and get out in front of kids and parents. So, I want to applaud you guys, man, for your help and
Oh,
your
we'll take
support.
that. We'll take that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right. All right. All right. We'll
so
take
that's
that. We'll
that's
take that. All right.
that's
Cool.
that's definitely
Stop.
that's definitely
Stop.
that's definitely one. No lie about that. And number two, man, is listening to the coaches. I got this year for the first time I got a chance to go to the coaches symposium and the coaches meeting, and the CMS gave me an opportunity to talk and put information out there about the events that we're doing and get input back from the CMS middle school coaches on what they like and what they want to do. And so I think that kind of starting to build a relationship with them where they feel comfortable. This is new for for all those guys, and now every time we add something or talk about something because they get to know us, they feel more and more comfortable. So I think that's number two, and I just think that this football in the Carolinas are hot. We got a ton of talent, like we mentioned earlier. Across the country playing college ball, and a lot of people coming to Charlotte, man, from all over the country, bringing some super athletes here that want to get started early. They're not willing to wait till high school. They want to start in youth football and in middle school football, and I think that's what's doing it. The excitement.
Great, man. Because I'm telling you, man, it's football crazy, man, here in Charlotte, man. With the AYF, first of all, Winston-Salem, they hosting the AYF, one of the largest youth organizations in the country. They having state championships there for the kids, ages 10 through 14. Oh, look at that. I want to be a part of the show. Look at that. So, and then you have Pop Warner, who's going to have their national champion here. Hey, unheard of. First time this has happened in the city, where they bring Pop Warner, one of the longest standing youth organizations in the world, in the country, and they're going to have their national championships right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Unheard of, man. So Charlotte is popping, and then this middle school thing is just crazy. Okay. This middle school thing is crazy, man. The way all these coaches have stepped up, man. All these teams, man. Like I said earlier, there's gonna be a new champion this year, right? There's gonna be a new champion this year, man. I think the coaching has changed. I think the coaching has elevated, and we got some really good coaches coming in, man, this year, man, coaching these teams. I always joke and say it ain't the chemistry teacher no more. It ain't the biology teacher. It ain't the art teacher no more, man. It's this thing is really elevate, man. You get some solid coaches. We got one of them on right now, Coach Alexander, man. Welcome to the show.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Hey,
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, fellas.
Yeah, always. We appreciate you actually getting on and joining us, man. So I'm gonna let y'all talk to Coach Alexander because I don't want to talk to him.
We can't talk to him.
Go ahead, boy.
We don't
Go
want to
ahead,
see
man.
bias on here. Hey, look, man, just to kind of tag on what you just said about the coaching. If we notice in these finals, we got a lot of veteran coaches, and some of that showed up in the first round of the playoff. That you can tell which coaches had like a veteran staff, just on some decision that was made in game. Coach Washington and I were able to give live commentary and color play, play by play, and you could tell the veteran coaches by just some of the minute decisions they were making, which were huge. But you can tell that was that veteran. Coach Aaron was one of them, and we applauded him for from his leadership or how he led his players. Listen, that's a scrappy one. They're not the biggest, but they are going to scrap, and you're gonna earn everything you do. So, shout out to Coach Aaron, man.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
man. Yeah, man, Coach Al. I'm talking to Vince, man. I'm talking to Vince, man. Hey, Vince, man. Hey, the setup, man. What I like this year. I kind of like these venues now. What went into the selection of the venues? You got us out at all the way out at Palisades. You probably need to do a giveaway like some gas cards, maybe have to, because we got to drive all the way out to Palisades, and then we got to drive all the way out to Valentine's.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was scared to death, man, when we went to Palisades. Man, ain't nobody gonna show up with the teams and the coaches. You know, we're gonna have a hard time paying the officials. But I get it credit, man. Parents, friends, guests showed up. We had had over 1,000 people out there, which is incredible. You know,
Wow.
get that many people to walk through the gate to see youth football, to see middle school football. So really excited about it. I just went over to Palisade and had a walkthrough. Beautiful facility, man. That thing is nice. That probably is one of Charlotte's premier stadiums, and just the way it's set up, the way it moves around and stuff, and the turf field in the back where you can practice out there on the turf. So really looking forward to that. We did have a change that we had to make for the championship. It was originally scheduled at Butler on their brand new field, but we just got word that they're doing their track now. And you can't be on the field for 3 weeks because they're getting their track put in. So we're moving it over to Rocky River for the championship.
Okay.
It's always a nice venue.
That's a little closer.
A little closer, and we've been there and done events there in the past, so we're very familiar with their coaches and their setup. So, it should be still good. Still should be a great event. Hopefully, we get some good weather. But yeah, every year we sit down and we look at the different schools and try to figure out what schools fit. I mean, we were initially supposed to have been at West Charlotte, but I think Dady and them had an event, and I don't want to bump with them, so we pulled out so they could have their event. And so next year, this offseason, we'll get coaches to call and ask. I mean, Simmon's been asking about it since we started the event. He said, man, please bring it up to Palisade. Bring it to Palisade. So, we gave him opportunity to host, and it went very well. Very nice stadium, and I really enjoyed it. I think the kids enjoyed it, the parents enjoyed it. And so next year, we'll try to find 3 more locations. Archicale have been asking for it. So, maybe look at Archicale next year. All the schools that are getting new turf and new fields, we definitely want to go to those schools to get them a chance to host it.
Yep. Let me ask you something. So, do you foresee it's an 8-man tournament now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Starts out the Elite 8. And do you foresee, because there's some really good teams that didn't get in the tournament.
Yep.
I can name a few that's out there, but they know who they are. So I can name the next 8 if we had to, right? And there's some pretty good teams out there. And you know as well as I know, in tournaments sometimes, you can get in as a wild card and become champion.
Yep.
End up being a champion, right? Because you just start making that run, everything starts to click, you're getting guys healthy, stuff like that. Do you guys anticipate possibly maybe a bigger tournament, just more teams making the tournament? Do you foresee anything like that in the future?
Yeah, we have a 5-year plan, and our goal is, this is year 3, and our goal is to try to go to 12 next year, and then at the end of the 5-year to finish at 16 teams. It's just, we just got to figure it all out. We still got to get it done in 3 weeks. That's a CMS kind of requirement that it needs to get done in 3 weeks. So we have to do multiple sites and maybe some games during the week to kind of get it all done. But the goal is to try to map it out for 12 with the top 4 teams getting a bye, and then after that, let's go to just the standard 16. But we're trying to keep up with the NC2A. They went from 8 to 12 and going to 16, so we're trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, why not? I mean, 12 teams gives them other teams some opportunities. I like to see. I mean, I know some other guys that was out there. They got knocked out of the tournament, didn't make it for whatever reason. 2 losses, because 2 losses, it's like, if you look, that's a pretty good season.
Yeah.
You lost 2 losses, could have been by a couple points. Just a bad call here, there, from whatever. And those guys could have easily been right here, in the Elite 8. So, that sounds good.
It would go to 3 per conference. There's 4 conferences. You go 3 per conference. To go 4 per conference right now, we don't know if it's deep enough. But I saw a lot of good records. I saw the 3rd best team, and a couple of records only have 1 or 2 losses. So, it tells you that those conferences are strong. and that people are playing ball, taking their regular season real serious. They don't want to take an L. They want to try to finish, so they can be in that top 2, and hopefully next year we'll be able to do top 3. That's the goal.
But I kind of like the 8, bro. I kind of like it because you have to step your coaching up.
Yeah.
It's going to force coaches to step their coaches up. It's going to force players to play at their absolute best every single week, which is in turn going to give us great football games every week. And it's kind of like, I always say this, it's kind of like the old NCAA. 2 losses, your season, you're not going to be a national game. So to me, I kind of like the exclusivity of it. So it's like everybody can't get in the club.
But as you guys know,
everybody can't get VIP.
We had 3 teams tied, and we had to go to to the straw drawing. We had Randolph, we had Piedmont and Wilson, and we had to meet with those 3 ADs, and we had to let them use. We use the state rules when it comes to ties, and so the state rules say you get those 3 ADs together. You put 3 numbers in a hat or a box, and they pull 1, 2, 3. And whoever has 3 leaves the event a little sad. So yeah, it's definitely a competitive. And again, we're gonna talk about it, evaluate it, see how we can pull it off. But we got 3 weeks to get it done. We just got to figure out how we get it done. And again, the restrictions around how many games these middle school kids can play. And so we try not to overstep that.
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, I get it, but it also kind of adds a little drama to it, a little excitement,
Yeah,
that came down essentially to the luck of the draw, and I'm a guy that always compares competition to the Olympics.
That's your big
gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, see you in 4 years. And I'm just that competitive type of person, so I feel bad for the kid, but that's life, man. Sometimes it's going in your favor, sometimes it's not. But I kind of like that format because I just like competition, and I don't like
flag football.
Yeah. So we got Coach Jet and Coach Meekins. Wait a minute, man. We got all these Final Four.
That'd be nice.
Oh, bad.
Coach Neal couldn't make it, man. McClintock, he said he had I think he had somebody's job or something. He wasn't able to get on. But he told me that early he wasn't able to make it.
Hey, we got some dogs on here. We got some dog coaches over here right there, dog.
Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing, man.
Stop it, man. Stop it,
Meekins, Coach Meekins, you on here? Can you hear us?
Coach Meekins lurking.
Coach Meekins the dog.
Jet, your wife say you can get on. You good? You ain't sneaking, are you?
No, I'm straight, bro.
You guys,
yeah, we was expecting.
I got a pass.
We was wanting to get the McClintock coach on, but evidently he's not gonna make it. But we got the final 3 coaches.
3 of the 4
on here, man. So hey guys, for me, for all of y'all, is that time of the season, man, the most exciting for me part of the season, man. This is when you see your work, right? If you here right now, then you obviously you earn the right to be here, but this question can go to either one of y'all, man. What did it take? How do you sustain it over a 10-week? What week are we in? 8, 9, something like that. How do you sustain yourself, man? Keep
7, 9,
that excitement going, man. Keep the kids interested. Keep the parents engaged. Keep your coaches engaged, and then kind of reinvent yourself, because I'm sure everyone here has studied their opponent somewhat, And how do you, kind of reinvent yourself, Coach Alexander?
All right. So for me, man, we had regular season football. Now we into playoff football, man. So that's where the reinventing comes in. It's a different level of football. And then, as Vince had mentioned earlier, man, we could have easily missed it. If we would have picked the wrong ball, man, we would have been out. And look where we are now. So that kind of makes you a little hungry because you know how close you came to not making it. So it really makes you appreciate being here. So I think that makes you play a little harder too, because when people count you out, man, if you're a real dog, you go find a way to make it happen. And I think we pride ourselves on being dogs, man. Like Coach Clark said earlier, man, we're not the biggest team, but I think we got some fighters, man. We got some dogs out there, man. And like you said, it's playoff football, man. So you got to get in that mentality. Not to mention it's basketball season, so kids get a little antsy wanting to go over into basketball. You got to keep them locked in, man. So that's where the coaching come in, coaching and motivating, man. And I'm thankful to be here, man.
Let me ask you this, Coach. You said you guys got in, and we appreciate all you guys doing. Definitely know you guys are busy. You got a lot going
I'm
on
so
over there.
sorry. I had a hard time hearing you. What was that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I know you guys, in deep preparation right now, so we definitely appreciate you guys being on. But is there like a destiny feeling you guys have? Like, you guys are destined to be here because, like you said, you got in on the luck of the draw, which could have gone two other ways, right? So
Right.
is it like a destiny feel like this? We were meant for this moment. Is that how it is?
Yeah, and like you said, you hit it on the head, man. And coming from being a player to coaching, we know these it's like a wave. It's a lot of ups and downs, man. It's a roller coaster ride. So when you up, man, you got to really live in the moment and appreciate it, man. So you definitely feel destined to be there, and you want to enjoy the moment, but at the same time, man, you got to stay focused. You can't get too caught up in the moment to where you're kind of not prepared, because you can easily do that. So just staying focused, staying in the moment, man, and having fun. At the end of the day, we're playing the game, man. I know Booker was getting on me early about not talking to me, and we can laugh, man. After it's all over, man, we'll laugh. We'll all sit down and laugh
better
together.
believe it.
Hey, we at the drawing board right now. But welcome, Coach Meekins, man. We see you finally made it on stage, man. And so we're at two different ends of the spectrum here, right? Randolph had to have a little things go their way. You guys made your way, correct? So, and in your first round, you guys made your way again pretty convincingly. So, Coach Meekins, my question to you is, how you prepare this week after having, not such a difficult time winning last week and knowing that you got a little stiffer competition? And I think I asked you this before. How do you keep your team out of the rear view mirror and focus on the big goal, which is next Saturday or Sunday, holding that trophy up?
Can hear you.
I can't get it.
I will come back to you, Coach. We got Coach Jet lurking over there in the dark. I feel like he over there cooking up something in the lab. He's scared y'all might see if the lights come on. So, Coach,
It's
you
pretty dark.
Coach Jet, you punched your way in there again throughout a very convincing season. You took an L early, and which I feel like that helped you guys out because you guys, picked it right up and went crazy. So how do you get your guys focused on the task at hand? Is again, the ultimate is to be the top of the four, right? How do you get your guys focused and up for this week?
Well, it's middle school football. So me and the rest of the coaches, man, we just keep them in the moment, um, keep everything relevant. We speak a lot of realities from every coach's experience, man, because everything is good today, but we speak a lot about accountability and responsibility while you're at school. You know what I mean? So we keep our foot on their neck, and we try to make them see daily what they're facing, what they can lose, how hard they work to be in this moment, take advantage of it, and just make better decisions or good decisions to where they can cherish all their efforts. And that's been the main thing with us, man. Making mental health a part of the conversation, and just putting our kids in a position on the football field to win. That's pretty much our motto. You know, I got coaches that's been around that coach my son and my nephews to be champions. So, pretty much I just sit back and watch them work. You know what I mean? It's my job as a head coach has become real easy. It's more keeping these kids together in school. And then I turn them loose to the coaches on the football field. And, they bring their experiences, go to the lab and, build a blueprint, go from there. That's pretty much what we do.
I love it. I love it. Coach Washington look like he got something brewing on his scraps pad over there. You have a question, Coach?
Nah, I'm just glad to see everyone in it, and it's a veteran coaching staff. And like you said earlier, Plando, a lot of we're talking about coaches. Now, one thing I like about McClintock, they got some young guys on there. I think they got the youngest staff, Neil the oldest. I think they got some younger guys on there. I think like fresh out of college. I think Meekins has a young guy on his staff. Jet, do y'all have anybody? Y'all got anybody young out of school, college on your
We
staff?
got an NFL veteran.
Got an NFL guy.
Y'all
Yeah,
just got okay.
McFadden.
Y'all just got vets, older coaches,
NFL
Yeah.
veterans, dog.
NFL players. What about you, Coach Alexander? You got any young guys on your staff?
Hey, man, funny you mentioned that. I got my son on the staff, man. He a senior at Valentine Ridge, man. So, yeah, we
Okay.
like the young energy, man. I think the kids relate to that as well, man. So, most
Yeah,
definitely.
that's good to have. We had two young coaches, one out of high school, 20, and then we had one, a guy from Myers Park, learning how to getting into his coaching game. I think that's very important with these kids, somebody they can relate to.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know the
Absolutely
referees
correct.
over there at Valentine Ridge, do we?
Hey, man, you know the referees travel, man. Go ahead now. Hey,
I'm just
but
making
I'm
sure.
glad you mentioned that, Coach Washington, because it's good to, now that we're older coaches, man, to see the young guys coming out and really have an interest in giving back, man. Because not only do I have my son, I also have a young guy from Myers Park that comes and help out as well, man. That, and they actually get credit for helping out. I didn't know it, but it's actually a program in school that allows them to coach and get credit for it, man. And not only that, they're giving back, man. So it's always good to see that.
Yeah, it's good to see that, getting young coaches
Question
ready.
too, coaches. How important is it to have a really quality staff, and what do you look for when you put a guy on your staff? Like, what is it? Is it his his positive attitude, his coaching ability, his experience? What are the key components that you look for when you building the staff?
I'll say, man, somebody that can work with me and then my other coaches. It has to work well. It has to mix. It has to be somebody that can come in and really coach. You got to know how to coach. So when you putting your plan together, you can be like, hey, this is what we doing for offense. This is what we doing for defense. You can let them go with their position, whatever they're doing, and work with the kids and get it ready for install, and it's going to be correct. But they have to have some type of experience and then just work well with the rest of the staff. You can't bring in somebody who gonna coach, who know what they doing, but then it don't mix with the staff, then that's gonna be turmoil. You're gonna have to end up getting rid of them.
I agree with that.
So it sounds like the most important thing is cohesiveness and trusting that guy that you can send him off to the indies and do his thing. But Coach Meekins, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to kind of, since we'll go back to this question, but since we have you on the show now, and I wanted to ask a few questions. We don't want Coach Booker to seem too biased.
Oh, no, I'm good.
He is on the way. So
It's all good.
we don't want to say, on the lines influence the referees and Coach Alexander's son go to big. No. But anyway, Coach
Good.
Meekins, I was asking these guys earlier, how do you keep your guys up for this game? How do you keep them prepared and looking forward? Because let's face it, you guys punched it early in the regular season, and you really punched it in the first round of the playoffs to get to this round. So how do you keep your kids from, basically getting a big head and thinking they're going to steamroll this and bringing them back to reality? We have like a 48-hour rule, and win or loss, we celebrate it or we mourn it, and then Monday morning we get back to work. So how how do you get your guys back in that mindset that the goal is not done?
Right. So we just man, we just kind of keep doing the same thing every week, and just try to figure out a way to just stay hungry. We don't really talk about the rearview mirror and stuff. It's always looking forward, and um, yeah, just the same practice routine every day. Just the whole setup. So
For sure.
there really ain't no particular thing that we do to kind of keep that from happening. It's just kind of, hey, if you love football, let's go to practice every day. So
Business as usual, basically.
yeah.
I got you on that. Now we're gonna go back to that. Coach Jet, what about you when we talk about building that staff? What are some of the key components that you look for when you're building your coaching staff?
Well, of course, you want to bring in what you consider to be the best coaches. But like we've been preaching this year, man, it's bigger than football. You know what I mean? We want a family unit. Um, this year's coaches, we brought in a mental health factor because everything these kids face with these days. So we want a family feel. Coaches, outside coaches, they come up to the school. I look for coaches who can really relate to these kids and tell their testimonies of things they used to do, things they've been through. Coaches like Booker, man, I have Booker probably, talk to my teachers, my kids. He talked to staff member today and the kid, man, is trying to keep everybody, in check, man. So just coaches that's involved outside of football. You know what I mean? Because the reality of life these days, man, is they need so much more support. So I look for coaches who can just be there. Coaches really who have a passion to mentor these kids to become great young men. And I think the football aspect of it take care of itself because of love for the game. Now, of course, you want great coaches, and I have a great staff, but I also have great coaches that lead young men. So for me, I just like coaches to come in, man, and bring a family feel and let these guys know, hey, we love y'all, man. And it's life after football. So let's try to
Absolutely.
give them more than just football. At the same time, we want to win.
Absolutely.
You know
And I've
what I
been
mean?
around both of you
Make
guys, so I know I can stamp that. Said that is the motto. Let's build men of the future. I've known you, Jet, for I've actually known Jet longer than I've known Booker. We go back to freaking high school days, but
yeah,
however, however long that was ago. But but
long,
anyway,
long,
Coach
long.
Meekins, we want to kind of bounce that question to you as well, man. What are some of the things that and the key components that you look for when you're building your coaching staff?
Man, y'all said it earlier, cohesiveness. Like it's got the gel. Um, we really don't have a big coaching staff. Um, it's me and about three other guys, and two of those guys, their work doesn't allow them to show up every day. So really, it's just me and Coach Q, one of my I guess my right hand man, and we just kind of make it work every day. And those two guys, they come whenever they can. But what I've done a lot is lean on my older guys. A lot of my guys at West Charlotte, when they come over, man, these kids, they listen. It hits them faster. When you get a Jamari Nichols to come coach your quarterbacks up a little bit every now and then, or your Josier Graves to come coach your running backs and your linebackers up, or your Davion Jones to come coach your receivers and DBs up a little bit. So it's a little different when they show up to practice after their practice, to
Absolutely.
kind of help out and stuff. So I've leaned on a lot of my older guys to tell you the truth.
I love that, man. And these guys
That's great right there, Coach.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like I like I
reach
like that
back,
for I
man.
like that format.
I do too
Yeah,
because they can
I
relate to
second
these
that.
kids a little better. They probably listen to the same music, like the
Yeah.
same thing.
These
So
kids
they
look up
kind
to
of
them too, man.
I love it.
It's crazy. Like, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. These kids, they know Davion Jones and all these guys, but they're so young they don't even know Hollywood. I have to tell them who Hollywood Smothers is. Like
I love it.
like come on. But that's just the way our generation or kids are. They see what's in front of them.
I
So
love that, man. I love that.
Yeah, I think it's super important, man. Really, to just build a culture.
that's
Just
it.
continue to
Yep.
build that culture. As long as you got that culture, no matter how many classes, different classes come in, if that culture is built, and and you got that family, and I like what you said, Coach Meekins, about it sounds like it's consistently your community just helping you, like the boys.
Yeah,
It's a fraternity of kids just reaching back, and they continue to reach back, and that sounds more like a brotherhood,
yeah,
in the community and fraternity of young men continuing to aid and help young men. That's super important, and
yeah.
that sounds like a great culture.
Yeah, one of my coaches, man, just one of them down days. He told me, he's like, look, man, you create a family away from your family. So
Hey, I want to say something real quick. The first year we had the tournament, and Coach Meeks was on a cruise the first weekend.
yeah,
Uh,
I was on a couple trip
yeah,
because
he'd already
yeah,
planned it before we set the dates and everything. He'd say, "Man, I can't." But man, his coaches, his kids, man, they stood up and they did what they had to do until he
yeah,
got back. So that was big. I said, man,
man,
head coach on the cruise, and his team still winning. I was really
that
really
was a
impressed.
stressful vacation, but
I know it was.
I bet it
I
was.
had to go on it. My wife would have killed me, but it was a trip planned ahead of time. We didn't plan the playoffs until like mid-season or something. So it was like, and all the other 9 couples planned a trip around my schedule. So it's kind of like, all right.
Gotta go, gotta go. Let me ask you this, Coach Vince. I'm glad you brought that up. Like we all, myself, Booker, or Booker not so much, but Jet and Washington, Alexander. We grew up in Charlotte playing middle school ball, which was junior high when I was in school, and so you really didn't understand what was on the other side of town because all you was playing for was the conference championship. So,
All right.
Vince, I want to ask you, or thank you actually, for making such a huge impact and bringing this so we can finally say we have a true city champion. There ain't no guessing, ain't no opinions. It's at the end of the day. So we want to give you your flowers for that. But
Yes.
what was the conversation to get that whole thing going to establish a true city champion?
Yeah, I mean, I've told this story a few times. I put together a PowerPoint presentation. Me and a couple people, and we met with Erica. We went out to dinner and met with her, and then a couple days later, she let me present the PowerPoint. It was just the timing. She and Steve was willing to listen. They were willing to listen to what my idea was, and I had it all mapped out. I had it mapped out from how we were going to do it, the brackets, the schools, the price, how we were going to pay for it. And so she didn't have to do a lot of thinking or a lot of like wondering. So she said, "Hey, we're going to give you this first year with football, and let's see how it goes. If you're able to pull this off, and I don't hear a lot of crazy stuff. I don't hear a lot of negativity, and the parents and the coaches embrace it. Then we'll sit down and talk about a long-term deal." And that's what we did. The first year was great. We didn't have a lot of issues, and she heard a lot of positive. And so we sat down and she gave us a 6-year deal going forward. And so that allowed me then to really kind of, it was a risk the first year. I didn't know if I was doing all this and it was going to get pulled. But the fact that VTO Sports have done so many events, even for the NFL, as you guys know, we've done NFL camps, NFL events. So I feel comfortable doing it. It's just you just never know if they're gonna say yes or no. I don't really know Erica that well. They didn't know Steve at all, and I just trusted that they would hear good things. So you guys really had a big impact. The coaches telling her and telling people, hey, we like this, man. We want to keep doing this, and that's why it's still here, and that's why it's moving forward. And one of the big things that I'll say lastly is we presented the project.
Miss Flowers, baby.
Well, we weren't charging nobody nothing because parents had already paid fees to play middle school ball, and so we said, hey, I'll make whatever money we need to make off the door. We'll get out here and get people to come, and I'm not going to charge the schools or the kids or anybody any money. And so there was no risk for CMS, other than let me use their facilities.
I love it, man.
Well,
That's
I know
good stuff.
before the playoffs started, I'm not from Charlotte, so but when I got here, all I heard was Piedmont and Ransom. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. And then for years it was just Piedmont, Ransom, and nobody else. everybody else was just playing football. Everyone always wanted to see the Piedmont Ranson matchup. Everyone, because they just felt like that's where most of the best athletes were. So and then years later, I just got into middle school last year, but years later, here it is, and Piedmont kind of stood on business. Ranson did too, because they made it. It was last year or a year before last. Who made
It was 2 years ago.
First, yeah.
Yep.
So I think both of those schools kind of stood on business, and here once again, another historic team in the Final Four, which is Ranson. Once again, so I think the people was kind of right. There's Ranson Piedmont, a lot of Ranson Piedmont going on. So we're gonna try to keep Ranson. We're gonna try to hold them off a little bit.
Good luck.
We don't got punched in the mouth already. But we already got punched in the mouth.
Now, listen, y'all do a great job over there. Like y'all done an amazing job with a program that was dead.
Resurrector.
Tell the truth.
Y'all done a great job with that program. Like I've been around some 11 years, man. I seen that Northern Division, for last 11 years. So yes, y'all done y'all's thing over there.
Well, hats off to Coach Jet for that, man. He just bought, he bought in some guys.
Yeah.
And he's just gotten everybody to buy in.
Yep.
To buy into, created that culture we talked about early. And the key is getting everybody to buy in. And the buy-in has to start from the ball boy to the water boy to the you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to buy in, to the culture, And so far, I think at JMA, me coming in, man, I had to buy in. I had to buy in coming off from where I was coaching. I've been coaching for years, of course, but coming into middle school, it was a little slower than what I was used to coaching. It was a little slower, but now, man, right now, man, the energy right now in middle school football is crazy.
Super crazy.
It's crazy.
I was selling them for years, Belando. I was selling them for years about middle school.
I know you were selling at Washington.
I was telling them. Finally came on.
Hey, let me ask you this, coaches. Being that we, the goal used to be back in the day is to win the conference, right? So you had 7 games. How do you prepare yourself going into knowing that you possibly may have to coach 3 more games? Like, how does that approach change your approach to the season, your coaching philosophy, how you prepare your kids? Because, back when in Pop Warner, if you was practicing when it's cold outside, that means you playing some extra games, right? Yeah. So you guys are in the cold outside kind of era of the season. So how's that can keep those guys, because you got to keep them locked in. You got to keep them locked in because, like you said, and then you're gonna possibly lose some kids the further you go to basketball. So how do you get those kids to buy in, and how's that change your coaching philosophy? And I'll go with Coach Aaron since he just got back on. So how do you mentally prepare your team for the long haul since you got more to play for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, that's the competitive side of coaching, man. Like, anybody can coach an all-star team because you loaded, but when you really have to step it up and start coaching, man, and I think that's what this postseason is showing, that, like you said, even with the Final Four, the guys that's here, it's all quality coaches, man. Because like you said, outside of this, I'm a fan. JMA, Ransom, like you say, they got players, man. If you love football, you gonna love those teams because you know those guys are gonna shine on the next level. I'll be watching those guys on Friday nights as well, in the future. So with my team, man, I try to bring in people too, man, from the outside who might be able to motivate these kids as well, because sometimes it takes that, sometimes it's like coaching your son. After a while, your son get tired of hearing dad getting on him all the time. So he might need you to have somebody else to get in his ear. So I bring in people from the outside, let them try to motivate them as well. I constantly try to motivate them, man, but I think that's the main thing, just keeping them motivated and taking a different approach once you get to the postseason.
Coach Jet.
Yes, sir.
So same question, like how do you keep your guys motivated, knowing that we got a much longer season than just the conference? You know, once we get to the playoffs, like you said, we're coaching for 3 more games, right? So how do you keep those guys locked in?
Well, for us, we started at day one. You know what I mean? Even over the summer, we always talk championship. So we embedded in their head day one. You know, it's gonna be a
Can't hear you,
long
Jet.
year.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
You have to speak up a little bit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying from day one, that's something that we just speak about. You know, at the very beginning, we start talking. Hey, our expectations. We set the standard championship. So day one, we start letting them know, hey, it's going to be a long year, and we need everybody to lock in. And you know, we piggyback that every practice before we get started. Practice. You know, we bring it up, we piggyback, we revisit it often, just to keep everybody locked in. You know what I mean? Even while I'm in school walking those halls, I have the same conversations, even with the parents. I let the parents know, hey, it's gonna be a long year. This is what we're expecting, this is what it's gonna be. If you can help, we appreciate it. If you need help, let us know. And we just try, like Book said earlier, we just try to get everybody buy in on what we're doing. And it seems to work.
I love that, Coach, and it's working. It's working. It's definitely working. It's been working for a couple of years now. And Coach Meekin, how about yourself, man? How you keep your guys prepared for that long haul?
How do you? I want to ask him to add to that question. Is how do you keep a premier basketball player?
Mr. Hill.
How do you keep a premier basketball player motivated? Because right now, I'm sure, because from what I understand, football is just something he likes to do. I mean,
Stay active.
but
He loves football. Man, he loves it.
That's
And
not.
but we can't start basketball. So all 4 of our schools we're gonna be at a disadvantage, kind of, because we can't really start until our football season's over with. So that's
okay.
kind of to get there.
Pros and cons.
But that's why we offer you guys a basketball jamboree to kind of get you
Right.
kicked off. You know, so that's on the 22nd. So hopefully you rest on the 15th and then come play basketball on the 22nd.
So there's gonna be two of us coaches that's gonna work 4 Saturdays in a row then, right?
That's including me.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's not a bad reason to be working though, is it, Coach?
Right. No, it's not. It's not. I'm just trying to complain about.
You have to remind yourself that hey, I'm gonna be
Right.
4 weeks in a row.
But the biggest challenge that all 3 of us are facing right now is daylight savings. Like people don't really think about that.
Yeah.
Like how you practicing after school and all this now. None of us got lights, so
Right.
Gotta hit
I don't think we got light.
Hit the high
So,
school coaches let y'all in for a couple hours.
but see, then there's travel. So you got the travel.
Yeah.
There's always something, so you got to figure it out. Everybody's got their own problems and trying to figure. So I'm pretty sure all of us got our own separate problems. We got to figure out stuff. So
that's a variable I didn't really think of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got
to park the cars out there.
Yeah.
Lights on.
We just park our cars outside, man. We have everybody turn their lights on the field, man. That's old school, man.
That's old school for real, man. So that actually gives me a deeper appreciation for what you guys are doing, man. So I didn't really think about that because man, 5:30, it's dark outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. Hey, that's all I have, man. I'm ready to start talking about these games last week. So, Coach Wash, you got anything else for these coaches?
Nah, man. I'm glad to have everyone on. I hate we didn't get Neil on. We would have had the whole Final Four on here.
What you doing over there?
What you doing
over there, Vince?
That's the rings, those championship rings.
Championship ring, baby. This is the best one we'd have had. Well, I like this one. I like this one, man. Yeah, so,
Hey, tell him cut it out, man.
I got 50 of them.
He's lying to me, man. I can't see.
Unveiling of the ring.
Boy, you over there blinging them out,
50
Coach.
of them, baby. So whoever win it, get 50 of
What
each.
color is that, Vince?
It's like man, they did. I had this company, they designed them. I'm like, hey, give me something
It
different.
looked like it got some
What
green in it.
color is that, bitch?
Is
Now,
that custom? I
That
thought it
looks
had.
like
Do the
some blue from here.
Oh, I thought it had
Do
green
the
in it.
cheerleaders get
man.
rings as well? The
Custom
cheerleaders get the rings too.
You trying
Oh
to
no,
say
they get
something?
they get a medal. They get a medal.
The cheerleaders get the medals.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is only for
Is there anything before we get off? Is there anything that Coach Jet or Coach Alexander would like to say to each other before we get off the call?
It's going down.
Coach Alexander or Coach Jet. If you don't have anything to say, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, man.
Hey, man, Jet.
I think everybody
Listen,
knows
man.
that I used to go to Ransom.
Listen,
I graduated
nothing but
from
respect for Coach Jet, man. He runs a
Man,
quality
don't be
organization
playing
over
nice,
there.
Coach Aaron. Don't
We've
do
been
that.
dealing with them guys for a couple of years, man. So I know everything is gonna be quality and looking forward to a good game, man. That's all.
no,
Yeah,
hey,
I
no
appreciate-
newspaper ads.
I appreciate that guy, man. He used to come to my school and mentor my kids, man. Like this thing go way back with us, man. So, and Coach Meekins, man, I graduated from Ransom. I'm 4 generations deep at Ransom, 4 generations deep at West Charlotte, and so you know,
He on
this,
your headset, Clark.
I'm sorry.
Like he coming through your headset.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got you,
Yeah,
Jet.
we heard you.
I can hear
Okay, cool. So, man, I just want to, thank everybody, man, and let them know I appreciate all their work, and I just look forward to to this weekend, and it's all for the boys, man. Let's just love on these boys.
I think this
Hey,
is
man,
gonna be a great Final Four.
I'm just here like a deer in the headlights, man. This is my first time in the Final Four, man. I don't even know what to expect, man. These boys from Randolph running around crazy, taking people's heads off. They done been battle tested. They've been kicking everybody's tail. I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna tell you, Coach, I'm trying to get back to Meekins because I gotta get my face back.
Hey, guys, one thing. Hey, real quick, guys.
Meekins done it, and we might not get there. We might not get there, but I'm telling you right now, and I ain't looking over Randolph at all because they've been kicking people's tail and taking names. But Meek, I'm trying to get you.
You doing right, Booker. Go
I'm
on,
gonna
look
get you
past
back
us,
next
man. We
year.
ain't
I'm gonna
nobody.
get you back for that.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
ain't nobody.
right.
Go on, look past us.
I like it. Meekins don't say much, but he show a lot.
Hey, guys, after the games, man, we want some interviews and stuff. So make sure you guys McClintock won't let you interview them, but maybe interview.
Yeah,
everybody else.
McClintock is on the warpath right now with some people. I'm gonna get an interview.
They already mad at me, Coach.
Yeah,
Coach
Orlando.
Vince from VTO. You see it say Coach Vince, VTO Sports.
Orlando
McClintock
doesn't
said
pick
that.
them.
Hey man, so we're good. We got coaches. Everybody good. Hey, good luck this weekend, man.
Yeah, I just want to thank y'all guys, man. This is right here is bigger than all of us. What y'all doing, man? Y'all really brought
Yes, sir.
exposure to this whole thing. Like I said, I've been doing this for 11 years. Hopefully, I can do it another 11 years. But man, thank y'all guys. Y'all brought a lot of great exposure to middle school football, man. And
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, a metropolitan city like this, man. These are, and I'm gonna say this.
Hey, man.
Some of the top athletes. There's no way that this
Without a
city
doubt.
should have bypassed the exposure for these athletes, man. Randolph got some absolutely exceptional athletes. JMA, all these schools, even some of the schools, Ranson, even some of the schools that didn't make the playoff, man. We met some phenomenal athletes, man. Some guys you want to follow, and I think we did a game of the week every week.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to BTO, we went out and we did
Live stream.
offensive player and defensive players of the game. We're going to give them their exposure. We're going to give them their awards at the championship games. We're going to do something like at halftime, give them their awards for being, whether they won or lost. We're still going to award them with their
individual accolades.
yeah, their proudness. And yeah, man, it's been very gratifying. If you love sport, if you love football, and you just love to see these kids advance, man, it's been very gratifying for us to get out and be able to shake hands with the coaches who have a passion to do this, and some of the kids that's on their young journeys, man. And this has been, because we're gonna see a lot of these athletes
Friday Night Lights, baby.
on Friday nights.
Oh yeah.
at the BTO camps,
Absolutely.
stuff like that. So, man, it's been great to do this, man. I enjoy. I haven't done a lot of football, of course, because I'm in it,
Most definitely.
but my team, they've gone out and done a phenomenal job, man. We appreciate y'all letting us in y'all's space.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. That was what I was gonna say, man. As much as you think us, we thank y'all for being so receptive, man, so welcoming. Because as a coach, sometimes you don't really want to deal with that, when you're in the midst of a game. So we appreciate you guys for, being receptive of us, putting that camera in your face when you really probably don't want the camera in your face. but you know what the common goal is. The goal is to give these middle school kids exposure and put these high school coaches on notice and let you know, hey, you got some talent coming, man. So, man, we definitely appreciate you guys.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, one quick announcement. We're doing something at the championship weekend. Our sponsor, Arthur Carolina, going to provide a
I got one bone to pick, though, man. I got one problem, y'all.
Okay, let Vince get his out, and then we're gonna let you
promise
pick your bone.
I'm not coming back on this show, man. Coach Clark gonna be sitting over there with his legs out, man.
You looking at you worried about the wrong stuff, Coach. Hey, I just trained legs today too. You see the
Hey,
come on, man. Stop.
Hey,
playing.
listen,
Get it out, Aaron. Let Vince get it out.
Hey, real quick, we're gonna have a
Hey, go
I'm about
ahead,
to go
Vince.
to
Go
the
ahead.
gym right now,
Go ahead,
man.
we're gonna have a hospitality tent for high school coaches. So any of the
Speak
coaches
up a little bit.
we're gonna have a hospitality suite on the field, a tent for all the high school coaches that want to come out to the game. You can come out. I'll have a flyer ready to push that out. But a hospitality tent for the coaches at the championship game. High school coaches only, but we have a little drink for them at the game next week.
So basically, you saying you opening up a portal out there at the championship?
Hey, whatever
That's
you
why
want
we
to
got
call
these
it.
Hey, that's why
He
we
got-
play these different.
We got NIL deals and everything going
Hey, if
on.
you know
might
your
wanna
kids
charge
going
admission
to a
for that.
certain school, invite their high school coach out. We want them to be at the game. It's free for them to come to the game. And we're trying to get as many high school coaches as possible to be at the game on next Saturday for the championship.
I love that, Vince. I love that, man. Appreciate
That's
you.
awesome, man.
Always looking out for these youngsters, man. We appreciate you.
Any final words? Anybody? We good? All right, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all all coming to the show. Good luck, man. And once again, man, thanks y'all for giving us an opportunity to step in y'all's space, man, and be a part of y'all's journey, man. And we appreciate everybody, man.
Grateful, guys. We
Thank
appreciate y'all. We know y'all busy, so we appreciate you.
All right.
Good night.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Now let's get down to
The nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
Yeah.
It went down
It
like
went-
Freddie Brown.
What?
Let me put that bracket back up.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
Ooh boy. Listen. Let's go ahead. Listen.
Dun,
Dun 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 dun. Start from the top. You got that right.
I'll let Twin start it off.
Yeah, go
Me
ahead.
and Flando called this one. Jay Uno was like, you didn't listen to the commentators. Coach don't know what they're talking about.
Yes, he did.
But
Jay
the
Uno,
games-
hey, man, we
it was
appreciate
a
you,
close
dog.
game at the beginning. It was
Always
kind of
support.
close.
Say
It
it
was
again.
close.
What was close?
The game was kind of at the beginning.
Hold on, okay, because the
You
score
talking
at the
about
end says
In the
something.
first quarter.
I
It was
didn't.
kinda-
I didn't really see the game.
Oh, I
It
saw
was an interesting game. Ransom had too much speed on the outside, and Clark and Flando kept saying they need to run it inside. Then they did that adjustment and did go inside because they had too much speed on the outside, and that's where they really start gaining some yards.
It was
But
over by
then
Coach.
they couldn't get enough going. They have no pass game, and then when Ransom got it, it was just too much
track meet.
offense.
Man, listen, bro. Okay, he tried to be nice. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm being
I
nice.
think we should get
No,
Jay.
no,
I
no.
think Jay Uno
Jay
could
Uno-
probably tell us
What?
a little bit more about this
I think he
game.
will tell us.
Yeah, I mean Jay Uno, if you're out there, man,
He
send me
want
your
a
email
bass.
address.
I'm
Put it
gonna
in the
call it
chat.
how it was.
We
I
want
mean,
Jay
that's what was
Uno.
going on.
We
I mean,
want
they was
Jay
trying to
Uno
run
on
it
the show.
inside. They even ran the option.
Who did?
I think they had some options in there.
Who Jay Uno did?
No, AG.
Oh. AG.
AG, man, listen.
It didn't work out.
Okay, so since he want to be nice, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. All right, their playbook just was not deep enough for Ransom. And
No,
I
it
feel
was
like,
not.
I feel like they, listen, we don't have. I don't listen. I'm non-biased. I'm just calling it like I see it. I feel like what we talked about in the booth is they had their success. But number 22, which was one of our players of the week, guy, I believe his name is Braxton Snyder.
Snyder, yeah.
Big boy, good middle linebacker, big physical runner. I feel like they didn't use the interior enough. And by the time they realized that their success was in the interior, it was too late.
Too late.
It was absolutely too late. And then, you know, Ransom capitalized off of turnovers. They have some pure dog athletes, man, and they just took advantage of a situation. And I feel like they opened their playbook up and did multiple things. AG was a kind of a, you know, at some point, you know, no disrespect to the coaches, but somewhat predictable what they were going to do. And when you're predictable in that situation, you don't really have seemingly a deep playbook, and you run up against a team like Ransom, you really don't have a chance to win. Honestly, I'm just going to keep it real.
So it sounds like more to me, and I didn't get to see the game, that Alexander strength of schedule maybe kind of didn't because people are, I mean, just keep it real. I mean, people are saying that maybe they didn't have a strong enough schedule. They wasn't as battle tested. Maybe they should have done some crossover games and crossed over to some other division, played some of those top teams, and they ran into, which is presumably, I think, from what I hear, the favorite in the tournament. One of the
they ran into a juggernaut, Booker. I mean,
Ransom.
I mean, they didn't really throw the ball well. I mean, I haven't seen too many people throw the ball well. You guys did do a pretty good job, but throwing that ball, they was you gotta. I mean, a lot of these teams are running, and ain't nothing wrong with running that ball. If you're going to get it done with running, you better be running. But you got to get creative. They were running some counters, but like Flendo said, it was too late. They would have started that maybe in the beginning and stuck with that inside game. They could have pushed more drives, extended more drives, but then they had an early turnover and Ransom capitalized on that. Then played good defense, got the ball back, then capitalized on that. And before you know it, they were 3 touchdowns down. Yeah. And I don't think that team built to come back. The offense is really not built from coaching from behind.
The thing is, Coach, you talked about a running game, but you have to be in a competitive game to have continue with the running game. If you're down 2 scores and we saw how fast that clock was moving. Those 8 minutes go by just like that. You got to be able to pass the football.
You have to.
Well played defensive teams generally is the recipe, but when you're at a short clock, you got to be able to, if you get down, you got to be able to pass the ball. You got to hope. And
I'm not saying no. When we talking about pass the ball, we're not talking about no heavy scheme, exclusive, complex passing game. But you got to be able to throw to the back out the backfield. Absolutely. You got to be able to throw a backside slant one-on-one, get them one-on-one, slant post. You got to throw the pop.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with
I'm a firm believer in that tight end pop. You got to be at least throw the pop, man. At least get that going to help you get down the field. I mean, your pass game does not have to be that complex, but you have to have a pass game. It's just
Ransom advances
vital.
38, 44 to 6.
Cut that off real quick.
So next game.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that game.
Who we got? McClintock and Piedmont.
Really only today. They were just
now this one was getting heavy too. Now
outmatched. They were outcoached and they were outmatched.
McClintock and Piedmont.
Now
Piedmont did not get the run game going. And they were bringing a heavy presence up front, 6-7 man up front. They really put it all on the quarterback to beat them. They really was kind of making it like you have to beat us. That quarterback has to beat us. And he missed a lot of open passes. McClintock just stayed with their run game. That number 4, what's his name? Adams. Man, number 4, Adams was just kept grinding on them. And then they put he got one in. And what was number 1 name? Roseboro.
I don't recall.
Roseboro. Then once McClintock got in the end zone, they gave the number 1 Roseboro. He's like lightning when it comes to Adams. That's thunder and lightning. And he got in. And then Piedmont could never get the offense going, man. They couldn't get anything going offensively. I think the quarterback, McClintock dropped 2 picks
They did.
early. And then I think they had 2 picks, didn't he? Because he turned the ball over. He threw 2 picks, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And then they dropped 2 picks.
Well, let me tell you to me, the most impressive thing about that McClintock team is I didn't really notice until late in the game, but their offensive line was their defensive
line.
And those guys are big, bro.
6'3", 6'3".
6'2", 6'3" across the board. And their biggest kid, Landry Thomas,
he played
he's
phenomenal.
7th grader. He's like 6'4".
He played
and
phenomenal.
The thing is, like, so that's a testament to Coach Neal. And I asked him about this after the game, about the condition. He said, man, they barely touched the ball. They focus on condition because if you got your entire offensive line playing defense, they're not coming out of the game, and they did not let up. They didn't show any rust. That, to me, was the most impressive thing because they had the size and the conditioning and they held off Piedmont, which
they were batting down balls batting down balls on defense.
Yes.
I mean, Piedmont couldn't keep up with Adams and Roseboro. Adams and Roseboro did them in, and they moved on. In 18-6, Piedmont tried to make a drive at the end. They scored and got the ball back and tried to get down the field, but it was too late. McClintock up 18-6.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to my guy, Piedmont, boy, Coach Power, man. You know, and we're not making an excuse for anybody, but they are a young team. They were comprised mostly of 7th graders, but, you know, like I've said all year, until somebody else is holding up the championship, Piedmont's that team. Well, Piedmont's, they're not going to have a chance this year, so I love it that we're going to have a brand new championship, and I feel like, you know, whew.
Now, Grice was throwing that flag a little obsessive at the end.
Grice was Grice. That's all I say. Grice was Grice. Boy, he went crazy, flag crazy over there.
All right, moving right along. We want to talk about that 1 o'clock game. Go ahead.
You want to talk about it since you played it?
No, I don't need to talk about it.
He don't need to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. And I feel like once Southwest basically came one-dimensional, once their guy went down, because he
one straight went down with her finger.
I'm gonna be real with you. One's a guy.
He's the guy.
Guy, bro. Like, I didn't see anybody from J.M. Alexander tackling this kid one-on-one. He was breaking tackles, open field, but once he went down, I feel like Coach
that was a game changer.
Back and just went to work. And then on top of that, because they were getting those short 3 and outs, Coach Booker opened up that air raid and that passing game and the running game, and he did. I saw a hook and ladder, I believe, in the one play. You know,
he kept going to number 3 and number 0.
Too much. It was too much. It was just too much for him, and you know, I'm looking forward to this next game to seeing Coach Booker, because we know he's very creative with that offense, but he's going to run up into the winner of the 3 o'clock game. There ain't really much to say about that J.M. Alexander Southwest game. They were just, after their guy went down, they were just.
I know Coach Twin said
they were just outmatched.
Coach Twin said there was no blowouts, no more. Y'all said it was no more blowout.
Yeah, now Booker, y'all quarterback got hurt. How he feeling? He went down, didn't he?
I
just want to make sure we.
Yeah, we get. Well,
30 to
I
6,
could have sworn we won 30 to 6.
That was kind of close.
I could have sworn we won 30 to 6.
Yeah,
but
and Coach Twin said nobody's passing the ball.
No,
y'all passed the ball. I mean,
we ran.
Y'all passed the ball, but besides that, it was not really.
Let's keep it real. J.M. Alexander and Ransom puts up points. Let's just keep it 100. Like, it is what it is. I feel like the rest of the teams on this final 8 were very tough defensive teams that wanted to play a one-score game. You know, like moving on to the next one, because that.
But let me say this though. That freaking number 1 for Southwest.
That boy bad.
First of all, Haiti went down a little straight. That's his name. Dog.
Yeah, Dog.
Hey, that's a hell of a quarterback, bro.
No, he's a hell of an
very,
athlete,
he's a very slippery.
Ooh.
I mean, this kid was like, it looks like you got him, and he just turns his. I don't know.
He turned the turbos up. He down
turned himself
15 yards.
sideways and slipped so many tackles. It was just like, wow. And when he went out, I didn't even know he was out.
Yeah.
All I know is we was getting tackles for losses, and I was like,
there you go.
And I kept looking, and I was like, and somebody was like, he's out. And
Mm-mm.
I don't like to see anybody.
No, I hate to see him go
I
down.
hate to see
man,
anybody
because
go down because we want to battle. We need a battle. If you're gonna battle your way through
Absolutely.
this tournament, you want to play the best of the best. You know what I mean?
I
For him to
100%
go
agree.
down. But hey man, I just wanted to say shout out to the kid, man.
Nah, great,
Hell of
great
an athlete, and the game probably would have been a lot closer, definitely, than what it was because he controlled our ass.
Absolutely. I feel
He
like that's
controlled
what I'm
us.
saying. The whole game plan shifted. Once he
Yeah.
went down, I feel like y'all just went crazy. They didn't really have an answer for it because number one was their answer. And like I said before, you stated, you backed me up. He was hard to tackle, bro.
He slippery.
I'm watching this guy. I'm like, oh, this guy.
And
I
that-
can see why his coach.
And that go back to what we said
I mean,
last year and this year earlier. You can have 2 to 3 players, phenomenal players that can lead a team.
Well, they had one.
You talking about?
They had one, and he was that man.
He was that guy.
You
He
talking about
was.
your team, Coach Washington?
No, we're talking about middle school.
Oh, I thought you said your team had.
No, middle school, period. 1 or 2 guys can
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
take your team.
You build
Well, you could say 1 or 2 guys, but
It's a team effort, but
it's a team effort because his O line definitely gave him time to do some
Yes.
of the things
Right.
that he was doing. So they were big,
yes,
Southwest,
a lot of big
they-
linemen out there, wasn't
They
it?
were very big
Yeah,
up
big
front,
guys.
man. He just was the most notable athlete on the field. He was the best athlete on the field on both sides of the ball, arguably the time he was out there.
But here's what I always say, bro. If you and no slight to anybody, but I always say this: if you can look at a team and identify their leader, that's not a very good team because it shows you once he's gone, the program it's done.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta be able to look at a team and try to your best throughout the game. It's like, man, who is the guy on this team? That means everybody's doing their job, and you got a lot of effort from 11 guys on the field. So anyway, that pretty much was that. And we're going to move on to this next game. Randolph Northridge. And shout out to Daryl, man. Came out in the breast cancer awareness pink. I loved it. And because we were like, who was that over there? Oh, that's Northridge. But anyway, they run into that buzzsaw known as Randolph Raiders.
Daryl.
Go ahead. No,
Daryl.
stop.
Daryl. I told you not to come out there with them uniforms on.
I ain't got that. Listen, cuz.
Hey, Daryl, you could have held off on them unis.
It was all, in fact, I ain't gonna
I
say
think
that.
you should have came out in some black or something, dog.
Listen, Daryl.
What is his colors? Blue?
Listen, Daryl, I'm not part of this. I want to see your basketball team.
No, Daryl.
Nah,
Daryl.
listen. That's all Coach Booker.
Yeah.
That does not represent on the lines. That
I
is
promise you,
Coach
dog.
Booker's
I promise
opinion. We want to be out there.
I promise
We
you,
want- hey, listen,
y'all boys had a Pepto-Bismol moment.
We want to invite carrots there. We ain't saying, I ain't saying that. All I'm saying is,
If your stomach is hurting, if anybody in the bleachers
See,
have
man,
a
listen.
tummy ache,
listen, man, listen.
go see Coach Darrell. Because he got some
Go ahead.
Pepto-Bismol down there on the sideline.
Hey, Coach Darrell, I had to say, I'm just ready.
Hey,
I'm just shouting.
he has a phenomenal running back, but
I'm shouting out.
Randolph.
Darrell, hey, them uniforms was nice, dog. But you should have wore them black ones.
You should have worn that. You would looked a little more intimidating.
Yeah.
Because you ran into a
A
tough,
well-coached, disciplined team.
Randolph Raiders.
Disciplined team.
Discipline. Tough. You gonna earn everything you get against these Randolph Raiders, man. And I, like I said before, not a very big team, but
They were the
scrappy,
best
bro.
tackling team I seen out there.
They are. I'm gonna say that offhand. They the best tackling team we've seen out there. They, to me, no shade on anybody else. They the best team. They play as a unit better than most teams.
Pound for
I've seen out
pound.
there. Pound for pound, whatever you want to call it. To me, they play better as a unit than the rest of the teams in the Final Four. Again, no shot.
They were coming up hitting that number one. They were hitting number one-on-one tacklings. They were meeting him in the hole, solos, and they were giving him the business. He was giving the business back too. Now he would pop for 10, but they would never let him get a long one. They'll give him 10, then they'll contain him, but they never let Northridge running back. They never let him get to the edge and get up the field. He would get 10, but that was all they were gonna let him get. Then they get back to
and I feel
tackling. I mean, they were really doing some great tackling.
No, they played well, man. Well coached team. Shout out to and all these teams. Obviously, to make it this far, have been coached well because you got to think you go through 8 games and you only lose 1 or 2 games, 6-1 or 7-1, 6-2. That's great football. When we also consider the fact that you don't get off-season preparation. You get 2-3 weeks, put your team together, and then a couple weeks later you're playing a game. So you got about 4 to 5 weeks to make a decision who you're going to keep, game plan, blah 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 blah. Now you're playing football. So to put together seasons like that, 6-1, 7-1, whatever the number is, to be here in the Final Four.
Yeah.
To make it to the Elite 8.
40 teams.
That's it. Thank you. So what's that? 40? That's like 20% of the team. Something like that.
Yeah.
So
And big shout out to Ransom quarterback. Man, he was getting busy too. He was making big plays with his feet.
Dog.
Yes.
He's got leadership qualities, bro. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Hold up. Shout out to
You can't do it.
JMA quarterback.
You can't do it, coach.
No. Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones is a freaking dog. You understand?
I was gonna get to that, coach.
Ashton, I'm just saying, Ash, I love you, boy.
Nah, I like.
I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad you're on my team.
Nah,
Yeah, he's a
I
phenomenal
would not want to
quarterback.
play against that quarterback because those guys are dangerous. All those quarterbacks are great. What's great about Ashton is he's very accurate. Got a big arm. He got a high IQ.
Mm-hmm.
And he got 2 6-foot
I'm gonna say
receivers.
this about Mr. What's he number?
And he got 2
number
6-foot
four.
receivers.
Number 4. I'm gonna say this. He got hurt too, as well, did he? Close to the end. Did he get hurt?
He's fine.
No, it's not. Okay. But here's what I will say about 4. He had the best quarterback skill set that I did see out there. Skill set for us being a pure quarterback.
Yes.
Stay in the pocket and basically go through his reads, which you didn't see. Most of these quarterbacks at this level are one read guys. So I applaud that kid to be able to go through a progression and make the right decision. And he got a freaking cannon. And he is one of the few kids out there that can throw that 12 ball, meaning that sweet spot between that in that cover 2. And I've seen him do it. He can sling that thing from sideline to sideline. So shout out to Mr. What's it? Ashton?
That would be Ashton Jones.
Ashton
Jones, number 4.
Yeah.
And let me say this too. Them JM uniforms look crispy. Boy. Look like
They were that blue. That went a darker blue with that. Was that a cowboy blue?
That's that Colt. That's the Indiana
Good
Colt.
grief.
That's what
It was
like
nice.
They call it championship blue.
But don't call it cowboy blue because
I gave it a name.
It was a little
They
dark.
call it
I like that. I like that.
You can call it
That was-
playoff blue. You can call it championship blue.
All right, coach.
Whatever blue you want to call it.
So
It was a nice
moving
color.
on, go ahead and pull up that Final Four.
No. We just gonna have to advance. And I don't think we have the advanced.
All right,
bracket.
so we good. So we got
Ransom and
Oh, well, we
McClintock.
can't pull up this. Hold on.
yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Who you got on the line sports media? So that 10 o'clock.
This
game,
brings us to our segment of
who you got.
Who You Got. Put it in the chat.
I love it. Put it up. Feel the
I
chat
went
up.
4-0 last week, I think.
Say it again.
I went 4-0.
You went 4-0?
I went 4-0.
2-0 this week.
No, I won't.
Man, coach, you gotta have confidence when you.
No, it's just
4-0. Now you
it's
don't
just
believe in
hard. I think the Scots and the Raiders, that is a good matchup
Also,
because both of them have good athletes, and the Scots have the big line, but then Raiders have a phenomenal person in the backfield, and then they got a nice, good receiver out there, and they're
I will say
fast
this.
on defense. So I don't know between them. That's going to be a good game because both of them kind of running the similar schemes with the wildcatting, then coming in and doing the look. They throw just good enough.
I feel like
Both of them have
the
good
two cities
defense.
right there.
Yeah.
If it's a close game, a grinder, I feel like the Scots may be able to pull it off because they had that size on that defense and offensive line. But
And Roseboro is coming out as cast this week, they say. Number 1.
they get into a track meet, let Ransom get off,
Yes.
it's gonna be hard to stop.
Coach
It's
Clark,
gonna
who
be-
you got?
Ah,
I ain't never seen you stump.
Man,
This.
I am stumped on this one, bro.
yeah.
You got to pick one.
Ooh. Ransom Raiders.
Ransom Raiders. You heard it right here.
Ransom
Coach
Raiders.
Clark made his pick.
Ransom
Made his
Raiders.
pick.
Ransom Raiders.
Yeah. All right. And Coach Watt.
I know they're gonna be mad.
Man, I'm tossed. I'm gonna go since he went with the Raiders. I'm gonna go with
bro.
the
Don't
Scots.
do that.
I'm gonna go with
Don't
the
do that.
Scots on size.
You taking Scott?
I'm gonna take the Scots. It's gonna be a close game. It's not gonna be a
I
blowout
think
right
you
here.
try to preserve that relationship with
Hey,
the
man.
Scots 'cause they got mad at
No,
me.
Made
I
his
mean
pick,
I
man.
just like they big.
They big.
Branson is big too now.
But Ransom's
but-
fast.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Hey, man. For Wash, man, size matters, man.
it does.
Size matters, man.
Hey,
He
look
picking
here,
the
hold
Scots
on.
because of size.
Let me say this, man. With Clintock coaches and Coach Neal, he was on the Butler staff last year. He and one of my guys, Coach Sy, he was. It ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal. Homeboy didn't
He
even
got the
wanna shake my
Scots
hand.
not wanting to do
He didn't want to
interviews.
shake my hand.
Oh,
Coach
man, they
Neal,
mad at
I
Flinder.
respect that he didn't want to do anything before the game, but he did give us a post interview game. It's nothing personal, bro. It's just like I feel like it can go either way, but I feel like
He
Ransom might be a little more have a little more firepower.
There you go. All right.
That's just my opinion.
Moving on. Next game coming up.
Oof. I'm gonna let you go first, Wash.
Why you? Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is.
This one is another tough one because
Count of four.
you going against a high-powered offense, going against a high-powered defense. And Randolph got a great defense. Damn. If it's close, I'm gonna go with. I don't like going out of my conference, but if it's close, too close, I'm gonna go with JM on the edge of the passing game. I haven't seen too much of that run game. I know that passing game is there. I don't know about your run game. They will shut the run game, but I want to know how they do against the pass game. If it's close, I'm gonna go with JM on simply the fact of the passing game. That will come in the stretch and get you where you need to be.
That sound like what?
Stretch. I don't think this is gonna be a blowout. I think this might be a 12-0 or 12-6 or maybe 8-6 game.
You said 8-6?
That's my prediction. Yeah. They get to it. Them boys hit, man. They get to it. They scheme well.
All right. But you said it was high power, so how you gonna say 12?
Hey, because you're going against a high-powered defense and a high-powered offense.
Nah, that ain't what you said, Wash.
Hey, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I see.
You see the Blue Devil.
Let's get through it.
Yeah.
What you got, Clark?
All right, here's my pick.
Yeah. Hey, y'all been watching these teams all year.
Yeah, I've been watching, and we really got to see Randolph. I only saw you last week, I think. I
Okay.
didn't see you all year. I'll say this: if it's a close game, and I'm gonna base this off what, because past behavior is predicts future behavior, correct? I feel like even though they got a loss this year, J.M. Alexander Blue Devils, but I've seen if it's a close game, they kind of fell apart. With Ransom, and that's just going off what I've seen. Ransom, when it's close, they bow up.
Some of Randolph.
I'm sorry, Randolph. I'm sorry. They bow up. They get tough and they get scrappy. So, if J.M. Alexander is able to separate themselves by 2 touchdowns, it's going to be J.M. Because I don't feel like Randolph has the firepower to get into a shootout with him. But if you keep it close, within a couple points, like you said, 8-6, I believe I'm going to have to go with Randolph Raiders. So, if it's a close game, tight, come down to the wire, I'm going to go with Randolph because they're scrappy, they're tough, and they're not going to fold. If JM goes up 2 touchdowns, it's a wrap. JM Alexander. That's my prediction.
Wow.
And we do a good job, Clark.
Yeah, that was
send it
good.
We do a good job.
I do agree.
Yeah, he didn't pick anybody.
I ain't gonna pick nobody.
Let's just give
I'm
hey,
situational talk.
this is a great Final Four, man. I mean,
I'm going.
Yeah.
it's a good. I mean, I think this is the
go with
best
them
Final
I'm gonna go with
Four.
them Blue Devils.
I ain't gonna. Hey, you can pick against me.
No, I'm not. I ain't got nothing to do
against
with
Jet.
I ain't say nothing. I told you how I felt about your team when I witnessed it last year when Eastway went up on you guys, and you guys were winning. But as soon as Eastway scored, your guys fell apart. That's my whole thing. Are they gonna be mentally tough? Because Randolph is gonna score. All right, they're gonna grind out a score. I feel like if they get up first, I don't know how your team's gonna respond based off past behavior. But we also knew it was a different team. So if we get into a grinder, Randolph's gonna pull it off. If you get up 2 scores, it's over. Blue Devils. So that's where I'm picking at. So based on the situation, tight, close game, Randolph.
I got you. That makes sense.
J.M. Alexander.
That makes sense.
I mean, this Final Four, this a smoker right here, baby.
Yeah.
This is a smoker. It don't get no better than this.
Hey,
This
you
like,
ever think middle
it's
school
like 2
football would
championship
get to this
games.
point, though?
I love it, bro.
It's like 2 championship games.
I love it. Championship, man. So, again, those are my opinions. Those are my opinions based off. I have a bird's eye view watching these games, these last 4 games. I can see things that y'all can't see as coaches because I'm looking down, you're looking across. So you might miss something on the other side.
Right.
I can see Washington and I had bird's eye view, man. We saw everything watching them unfold. So I feel like that's my analyzation, if you will.
And it's a good one too. You're dead money on that.
That's my predictability.
Yeah. This is gonna be some tight games right here.
I'll still buy you a Pepsi or Coke after the game,
You're right. It's gonna come down to middle toughness.
I think it's an absolutely great setup, man. The way we talked about. I mean, where middle school football has come from to where it is now. I like the idea that there's an opportunity to crown a new champion.
I love that.
Yes.
Whether it's any one of these, either 4 of these teams, and all I ask the people to do is follow these athletes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
These athletes are for the first time. I think these athletes are now getting the exposure that they deserve. You heard it from Vince. They're gonna have a freaking high school, freaking VIP section for coaches to come out and look at some of these athletes and perhaps even help. I mean, look at some of the offenses and defenses as strategies, and maybe they might encourage them to have a coaches camp or something. To help guys out, man. But I think it's just a great opportunity that these guys have created, and it's been a great year for me. I'm in the Final Four, with JMA, and it's just a great feeling, man. The energy in practice is different.
Right.
The practice is different. Just everybody's locked in, like you just feel it. Just seemed like it just happened that way. Like they know. It's like they went from maybe playing around a little bit in practice and not going too hard to now you just, without even saying it, these guys are they locked in, man. I'm talking about from the scout team guys to everybody. The buy-in is real, and I guess that's kind of what you hope for, that doing this part of the season. So I'm super excited about. I'm excited, man. Listen, man. I'm in the Final Four. I got my Ducks. I'm in my Ducks.
Talk about your Ducks. Talk about the Ducks.
Hey,
Mr.
man.
Freeman, man. Mr. Freeman said, "Say less." I'm not sure who Mr. Freeman's with.
And I got
He said, "Say
less."
I don't know what that means.
Whatever that means.
I can tell you what. I can tell you this though. I was tired, Philando.
What?
I was tired.
Man, I went home and went straight to sleep.
Y'all boys did a good job announcing them games, though.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it, man. The opportunity and shout out to Grandma from Ransom too, man. That did the interview with me, man. That was dope. I'm sorry, Randolph. I apologize, Randolph's. And that I did say this. And
I like that interview you did with that parent.
Yeah, that was the grandma.
Oh,
she said, but she's all them her babies. But I love that because I've said it before. I said it again. Randolph has great support, man. You know, the parents, the teachers, the players, all that good stuff, man. So shout out to Grandma, man, for giving us that interview.
I think this Omar guy, this comment's been up there for a while.
Let's
I
read
think it was during the when we were talking about Randolph.
Right.
So he said they didn't get in on the luck of the draw. They were 6-1. It really didn't make sense for them to be drawing with a team that was 5-2 and 5-1 overall. record.
No, 5 Piedmont Wilson was
Right, Coach, I ain't finished reading.
yeah, go. I'm sorry.
Moving forward, just go to the overall record. That made no football sense, and stop trying to discredit Randolph for what they earned. Talking about a luck of the draw, you know better than that.
Your coach said it. We didn't say that.
Yeah, your coach said.
Coach said that.
And Wilson, that was a non-conference games. Non-conference games don't count. They don't count.
They don't count. So that was the reason for the draw, because some of the teams had out of conference tests, and you know they had identical records, which came down to, I thought was going to be a points given up differential, but they decided to go, since they had 3 teams, with the luck of the draw, which that happens, man. Have you ever seen what's that show, Friday Night Lights and Varsity?
Yeah.
When they flip that coin, that's just the way it goes.
And if it would have came down to records, Wilson had the advantage over Randolph because they
Wilson
beat
lost
y'all.
2 games though. They lost an out of conference game to someone else.
Well, out of conference-
Now, conference don't count.
I know. I'm saying, but if you're saying,
But if he said just go by the record, since we know out of conference don't count, if you go by just conference
Omar want
record,
to argue, man.
every game counts.
not in CMS they don't.
Come on, Omar, bring it.
Not in CMS.
Omar want
they
to
don't.
argue, man.
You want to?
But if you go by conference, Wilson had Wilson had the head to head.
You're not listening to
Over Randolph.
Wilson lost 2 games.
We talking about conference.
So basically, I know what you're saying. We know that.
No. I think it should have came down to the head-to-head matchup. Whoever won,
Head-to-head.
the head-to-head matchup. I mean, the tie happened. I get it. I don't see where
Bruh,
the
at the end of the day,
generally there's in CMS middle school.
there you go.
In CMS middle school, there's no those out of conference games. You could either take a bye week and not play a game, or you can just accept the invite from another school. So it just the out of conference games right now, as it sits, don't factor in to the decision making when it comes to a tie. It comes down to a head to head matchup.
Absolutely.
And then it comes down to points against, or unless CMS decides to draw. This year it seems like they decided to draw.
I'll tell you how you can guarantee yourself in there.
Go undefeated.
Go undefeated.
Yeah.
That'll eliminate all that.
Just don't lose.
Just don't lose a game. Don't lose 1 or 2 games. Go undefeated. Or take those bye weeks and don't schedule out of conference games. Because if you're saying overall,
And Wilson didn't want to play the game in the first place, and it made the play.
Come
all
on,
right,
man.
Hold on.
There we go. CYAC. Okay.
Come on.
Oh,
I've been playing ball since CYAC.
I know this.
Every game counts.
CY. Yep.
If you play it, you're putting it on your record on the line. They need to change that. Okay, now there you go.
Omar,
your
what team
opinion.
you
Probably Randolph.
Who you with, Omar?
He's got to be with Randolph.
Randolph.
So, I think they should. I think they should go with the head-to-head matchup, and then from there they go with the points against.
So you're gonna
points allowed. So yeah.
So you're gonna have to ask CMS to extend that regular season by a week.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Which they do have 2 weeks before the playoffs start. So.
Well, this year I know CMS. One thing they'll have, and I guess it's kind of off the record. I guess they're gonna have a jamboree this year coming up. I don't know if they'll extend the season. I doubt that'll happen. But you heard it from Vince saying that they're looking at going to a 12-man team next year. 12-man playoff. 12-man playoff next year. So it's gonna be very interesting, and that makes it even more exciting, man. So Twin might have got in.
No, we wouldn't have got in.
You would have still.
Wilson would have got in.
Wilson would have took the top that 3rd spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's still hey, next year, if he go to the 12-man team, and like you never know what can happen, man. And from year to year, man, you get those returners, you get those seventh graders that's back. They had a really good experience. You get a group of seventh graders that now turn eighth graders. You get new guys coming into the school. You just never know what's coming. You never know what's coming out of the schoolhouse, man. You don't
You
know.
never know.
You never
But
know,
I do
man.
know this. This
Yeah.
Final Four is one of the best I've seen in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a smoker.
You think this is a pretty good one?
This is a great one. This is a great
I
one.
like seeing teams that's never been here before, which is I don't think did McClintock make it to the Final Four last
They
year?
made the Final Four last year. Piedmont beat them to go to the championship.
Okay, so McClintock is, claiming their spot once again, in the Final Four, trying to overcome, what happened last year, to make it to the finals. Randolph has never been here in the playoffs. They come marching in the playoffs and make it all the way to the Final Four.
Yep.
Very dangerous football team. J.M. Alexander, I think they were in the Final Four the first year. Second year, they made it to the Elite Eight, got put out, and Ranson didn't make the playoffs last year. They're back again in the Final Four. So either way, it's going to be a new champion crown in CMS football for the first time since the tournament, since the playoffs have started. And that just shows the competitiveness that has happened here in middle school football, man. And I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's going to be a great one. I
Yeah,
can't wait
man.
to get out there, call the game.
Yep. And we look forward to having you back on the mic, man, announcing the games, man. You guys did a phenomenal job. And we just looking forward to next week, man. And so without further ado, man, we're gonna end this one, man. It was another banger, man. Thanks for everybody who joined us. Continue to follow, like, share our content. We will be live at Sold Out Valentine Ridge next week, starting at 10 o'clock. Make sure you bring your friends and this week, friends and family, bring them out to the game. Guess what? If you don't bring them out to the game, all you have to do is log on to On the Line Sports Media. We'll be streaming live on Facebook, but you have to follow to get a clear service. To get clear announcing and sound and everything that you want, you have to follow the page. You have to follow the page. So without further ado, man, we appreciate you, Coach, for getting on, and we'll see you on Saturday.
That'll work. Flando, who y'all got Friday?
Hope well, and I hope it goes well.
Where y'all at?
It's gonna be hey, you know what?
We're both 4 and 6. Bro.
That's gonna be a tight game.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be a tight game.
Yo, and by the way, man, help us continue to bring this amazing content, keeping it alive. We appreciate the guys that rode with us from start to finish tonight. But hit us with those stars, man. Hit us with some stars.
Yeah, man.
Continue to bring you this amazing content, bro.
Yeah.
Controversial content. I know some of the things I say are controversial, and I love it, bro. That means you're
Hey,
doing
man,
something.
send us some stars, man. That keeps us motivated, keep us going, keep us able to get more content, man. Send some stars our way, man, and we're going to keep the content coming.
Absolutely, man.
We
Good luck
appreciate
to
you.
all the teams this weekend.
All right.